Congress has until the end of Friday to agree on a bill before the government runs out of money. Republican Congressman Andy Biggs, the great state of Arizona, member of the House Judiciary and Oversight Committees, is in focus with me now. First of all, you got it done in the House, and now it's in the Senate. What are you hearing on the Hill?
Well, we're hearing that it's going to pass out of the Senate. They're not going to like it, but they also don't want the shutdown that they have decried all this time. And I think that it's going to happen fairly quickly. And then they're going to go home and rest up for more activities ahead, I guess.
More activities. Okay, are we talking reconciliation? And that's where those tax cuts potentially from 2017 that President Trump put in place, that's how you'll save them. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, you won't need 60 votes for that. So you should be able to get that done without the Democrats.
Yeah, that's exactly right. In fact, that's why you do a reconciliation. Each side, when you have the three organizations, the three bodies, you always use reconciliation because you can get around the 60 vote filibuster rule.
Excellent. All right. Republican Congressman Tim Burchett was initially a holdout. We know that. But ultimately, he voted yes. He unloaded on a liberal media anchor for what he said is false and misleading coverage of spending at the Department of Government Efficiency. Watch. Spending cuts.
They are people who are interested in being fiscally conservative.
Then why don't they embrace the idea of exposing these things? Why do they want to demonize Trump and they want to demonize Elon Musk? It's ridiculous.
Oh, no, they don't.
Look at the math. If Elon Musk says that he thinks he could find $1 trillion worth of waste, abuse, and fraud, why don't we let him try to see if he can find it? What does that hurt?
I'm trying to do some math with you.
You all do not support one dadgum cut in any of this stuff. You're trying to use the lowest denominator. You're trying to scare the most people to drive the train against Trump, and it's not working. The American people are not buying it, and you all have made a huge error in this.
Well, the White House Rapid Response Team put out the scathing fact check. The Bloomberg News outlet posted Elon Musk called entitlement spending benefits, including Social Security and Medicare, key targets for cuts, which contradicts President Donald Trump's pledge not to touch those programs. Now, what do you say to that?
Well, you're not seeing anybody touch Social Security or Medicare. And the reality is that means that we probably won't even get to exposing the fraud, which has been estimated to be about 20% of payments. And think about this, too, Harris. When you start looking at fake ages, you've got thousands of people over age 100. Where's that money going to? Who's getting that money? Money's getting paid out. That's fraud. That's waste. And that needs to stop. And it actually puts the whole system in jeopardy. But instead of actually focusing on where you can actually fix things, my Democrat friends, the left, is saying you can't go anywhere near anything, even if it's fraudulent, wasteful, duplicative, needs to be fixed. They don't want to even fix it to save the program.
Interesting. You know what's so important, too, that I hear you saying? You want to take a look at everything. I mean, the IRS can audit us for anything at any moment. They can look at our stuff. Why can't we look at the stuff that everybody has that our taxpayers' dollars are going to?
Exactly right. Everything needs to be transparent. We need to see it. A lot of states put down every line item that they spend online. The federal government needs to be doing that with all of their agencies. We all need to know what's happening, because when you run a $2.25 trillion structural deficit every year, Harris, that means that the Americans are paying a lot of taxes, but we're seeing a lot more money go out. We need to find out where that's going and see if we can fix that.
Yeah, and we're not going to be able to pay that off in our lifetimes. I mean, we're saddling our children's children. I mean, it's really unacceptable, and everybody ought to be on board. We'll see what happens next. Thank you for your time.